As I sit down for the arrival and departure area of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport this morning, now one matter just dey my mind while they reflect on when I dey sleep, and I decided to wake up this morning to talk about them. I dey around the airport, they see people they travel, they go, they come back on daily basis. As plane they fly, as flight they take off, they come back. And all are human beings of different mind, different understanding, different background, different culture, ethnicity, religion, and backgrounds you cannot name all completely. But the question why I come to ask myself, see, everybody get one or two things where they worry am for mind. We be see, they don't really understand what they disturb them, what they move them, what they be their burden and their problem what they carry for mind. And until the person tell you what they bother them for mind, before you go feel understand what another human being like you they face. Which is why I can't decide to talk about the rehabilitation of the mind today. And when we talk about the rehabilitation of the mind, most of us they always think say na prison or convicted criminals where the correctional center now need rehabilitation. Some other people they think say na drug addicted person when if he help himself now need rehabilitation. But one thing what would they always, the one question we always ask ourselves is say, before that person become convicted of the crime we make and reach prison, when they serve in prison time today, something happen will lead them to become that person we now the general public they call them criminal. Something lead them to wetin make them become die or cease na only crime in go fit do at that moment or as option at that moment. The same thing to persuade they take drugs. We reach the level where we say you know if he help himself now, they need to find people who will help him to live and become a better person who will feel live life like normal human being. But all that happens is still go down to what they talk about the programming of the individual mind. Because the mind of a human being mind be like something we be say if it turn on to become anything you want to turn on, so long as you get the best information where you go use turn on to become that thing where you want make it be. Because even the social unrest, the banditry, the criminality, the terrorism, where they happen for our nation today, where they happen for our global village today. Some people where they commit all of these crimes, where they involve in some of all these things, they don't really plan them from the beginning, same way they become what they be today. Because most of them they come from one home, we be saying a father meet mother can't give birth to them, and they grow up as children inside person house where they call father. But as life get faces, they turn, they change. Now I read the situation where make person gradually as a young and unique human being where God create, consent and come into the mother womb through the union of the father and the mother. Say they come born at the right time where God say make them born am. But the problem is say once them born pikin, from the day them born am, wetin dey happen around that pikin, we know they know. Wetin they move the pikin and wetin they move am, and wetin they even make am sometimes they cry some kind cry or they act some kind act or do some kind things where they do. Where we don't really understand as parents. Sometimes we know they really ask questions. Wetin they make this person they do this way? Wetin they make this person they act this way? And also the programming they start. And programming not only there for one direction, because today you will see some people will be saying are great-minded people who they respect, but when they begin act or do some certain things, you will begin to ask yourself, why this person they act this way? This school when go reach this level, you no suppose they act this way now, but why they act this way? Now they go no say, no matter the level where every individual human being reach, there is a tendency where the person go fit do what you not expect them to do, which is part of the programming of the mind of a human being. Now, person like me, we been there into drugs. If I tell you, say, when I been they grow as a teenager, I been hate people when they smoke. I feel fight you when you smoke close to me because of only the smell of the cigar. I know they like them. But now because of misunderstanding and selling of bad information when somebody sell to me, to make me believe, say, if that thing will help me, if I take wetin will feel I define the kind word where I go is wetin go fit trigger my mind to think beyond and do wetin I no fit do on my normal state of mind. Now be drugs. Now and at the foundation of wetin make me come start to take wetin lead me to become serious addicted person. We be say now only God we say I will still dey alive today to discuss some certain things about drug and programming of the mind. We make me still dey alive today. If not ordinarily I suppose don't die. Because I dey live with scars wey be say they remind me every day of what happened to me. Not because I no get good parental guide, but I get the best of parental guide when I dey grow up as a child, as pikin wey be my born through Papa and Mama union. My mother raised me well, my father raised me well. I get the best teaching, the best environment where any pikin fit get to grow. But along the line, when pikin leave, when them born pikin inside house, then tell and say, see what you go do, see what you go do, see what you go do, see the right way to follow. Sometimes we dey forget say the pikin, or not be say we dey forget, but sometimes we no dey really pay attention to see say when that pikin come up for house, they go inside the society, and not just the society, they go school. And even if you go school, you go meet other children where they for school, which we they call them sometimes for social study, we they call them for social study, socialization. You go socialize with other people for the society. Now the question is that what is the socialization with people, or socializing with people? What did they teach that? What did they give that? Which kind of information that pikin they come across? Which kind of information in they receive? Wetin be the information where they come in mind when they meet all those people? Because if you train pikin to be the best of human being, best version of a human being, we say everybody go admire and make their pikin be like. But when you go inside the society, the question now be say, wetin in they go listen to, wetin in they go receive. Now wetin go help am, I been waiting, now wetin no go help am. And now so the programming of the mind they start. Either they program them to be good or they program them to be bad. It both ways. They work side by side. Now, imagine person wey be say them born inside family wey be say from the beginning, you no can get good guide, good parental guide. Eventually, and you can't grow inside suffer. We be say to eat food come on a problem. To even see better clothes wear na problem. To even see better water drink na problem. The parent, papa never even feed himself. No talk more of to feed the pikin. Just like what I remember somebody talk when I dey watch, when I dey read one book. The person say, you know if you give what you no get. So if the father no get, how you want to give the pikin the knowledge where you supposed to use to become better person? And funny enough, you know if you tell father say make you no born pikin when they get urged, when they get the mind say you want marry. Because sometimes situations they happen to people where we say what them plan, no mean they see at the end. Now, this pikin no get what he supposed to get for house, and he can't go outside. Can't see somebody where we say you want to use them against another human being. He decide to sit and down. Tell him say see this thing where I want to tell you now something will help you. You go sell this many information to this pikin. No be to help this pikin grow, but to disconnect this pikin from the original step where God don't put and through to grow to become. Because everybody get what God already plan make it become. But because this pikin can't find himself for within the corridor of person when you really get good intention for the community, the society, and the nation, The person go come sell bad information wey go mislead the pikin to become proper person, wey go mislead the pikin to understand wetin life dey talk about. And because of that, this pikin go come learn all of these things. He come out tomorrow, come become wetin we dey call criminal. And they will conclude say this pikin don already go, we no fit repair am again. But e no dey work like that, because wetin to wey make that mind become wetin e be today, dey fit still reprogram am, make e become a better person. When we talk of terrorism, it might be one of the most big thing where they disturb our village, our global village today, the nation Nigeria. Yes, the fact we say we no go fit deny and say some people know the way they go get hand inside this thing. People they will get hand inside this thing. But the question now we would ask, we say people will get hand inside this thing. Why did they do what did they do? Now because they don't know say what did they do, they affect other people. What did they do? No good, no make sense. Now did they do? Abi did they do and deliberately to do evil to the general public? Because evil way they do another person today will come turn to they can't affect you, turn tomorrow can't affect you if you don't know. But the problem is say that person where they do what they do also na program where they program them based on the kind of environment where you grow and the kind of people where you come across and the kind of information where you come across. We make and think say now to make money at all costs, now be the only thing for this life. And because of that, he use all the resources to gather a group of people, tell them say, see this thing will be like this. Say the government know they do us what they supposed to do us. And because they know they do us what they supposed to do us, more people stand up, go fight the government. Now the question we say, you they fight the government. How are you they fight the government? Because now innocent people will be like you, will grow inside the same community where you grew. Where you and him they follow lab yesterday. Now today, you can't they make and no feel live life the way you supposed to live. If they make and no feel see food chop. The same food where they complain say you no see chop will make you become who you be. Him I know they see and chop, but the same person I they carry go put for bush. Or the same person I go carry say make him pay money where they say they even get. The same money when they struggle to see say in use and take care of him pikin or in children when born, make them grow, become better people. We go help the country where you say they fight again because of what the country make you be. As you think I'm based on what the person will program you, tell you. Now, they kill, destroy the same people will be like you in the name of say they fight against the system will make you become who you be. But the question now be see, imagine say everybody can stand up now when they fight themselves within the community. You where they do this thing, I go come they ask yourself, these people get sense at all. What did they worry them? Why they would they fight each other? Because even you, I believe say your conscience never die. And as I believe say your conscience never die, sometimes your question they even prick you. Your question they disturb you. Say this is the way you do, way they do, wait till be the game. But because you don't harden your heart based on the programming system or the person will programming or the kind of information they take programming, you don't harden your heart not to look back again. You still they do what they do. Because I believe say today, now when person they thief, or they do crime, they never catch them. You go feel like say they get remorse or they get remorse feelings. Sometimes, but each time they can't catch person where they do crime, you go come become sober, come they tell you say he no plan to do them. So now the question be say he no plan to do them, but he do them. Which mind make and do them? Which is now the programming of the mind who they talk. You get people today be saying they will leave even Nigeria, travel to another country, travel to Obodo Ibo as they call them. In the name of saying you want to go find better job for that side when go do. But the funny thing is when you can't reach that side, you can't see the kind of job where they find. And you can't see what you will help better yourself. You can't go back to the same criminality you'll be saying they run from. People will get opportunity today to make the country better. They decide to destroy the country so that whatever it is in the country no go grow. Because of their own selfish interest, because in the country they suffer katakata, they gain from the money where they come out of them. Because sometimes now when crisis they up and down for community, they up and down for society. Now some people they benefit. Now another big thing why I can't look be say There are systems where we say they need to rehabilitate. System where they control our government systems. Like say when they can't talk about the issue of drugs. It was say that they always go attack boys where they street they take drugs. But the problem now be say they know they go after people and then they push all this drug to the society. Because if they fight person they consume product, you never go. It just be like say that word you say he kill snake, but he kill snake, cut the tail, but he not cut the head. He go sit down, come bite you. If you never die, finish. Because sometimes snake they get longer life, like more than we expect. If you kill snake now, especially will die within 5 minutes. But we see and they turn till after 30. So till after about 30 minutes or roughly sometimes, because and at that stage, imagine say you kill them, you see they move. Even though you don't be like say you don't die, but never die finish. You can't cut the tail, not cut the head. Person can they pass. What will happen to that snake? So imagine say you they fight boys where they for streets where they take drugs in the name of say you want control drugs for society, but you never control person where they send the drugs to the society, where they push the drugs inside the society. Who are you rehabilitating? Are you rehabilitating them to go back to the same drugs that are circulating in the society? Because if you never tackle problem from the roots, no matter what you do, you go just waste your time. But now what you say we do with that most of the times, and most of Nigerian problem as it be, we dey tackle problem from the end, but we know they bother about the foundation of the problem. And I make today, if you check the system at which information they fly up and down for Nigeria today, most of those information just be like say they use and distract the youth, distract us. No could know even the reason waiting they happen, so that they waited they happen, they will continue to do their things. They play their game, they go. And the game they switch them because waiting they happen, we say they use and make themselves feel like say they live for one obodo ibo inside we will not know what they happen. We will just be like say we are spectators. They watch what they happen. Why did they play their ball game? We they watch the game they go. So the thing comes, they say, okay, waiting lead to this thing. Now still the concept or the programming of people. Because this information, what will they see? Information is something that will help people to become what God want made them be. Information is what be say if you make people become what God never want made them be. Because information is power. But when you don't use the power where you get well in terms of information, the information will work against you. And how the thing they work against us for Nigeria today. Because when it comes to issue of politics, where we say sometimes they like talk about, you go see say when time reach for person where get hunger for power, where get hunger for control, when you really understand the basic principles of control, one get that position or one come into that position, you go find how you take brainwash people, program people, make them think say you go get good intention, or you go project information, we go make us say you get good plans to where they come that place. But allow make it come there first, make it see what it will happen. The thing go change completely. Go be like say no be the same person again, because his mind was already programmed to be who he is before he decided to go for that position. And people will be say they get good background, we get good understanding. Even inside the government, they know they allow them see that position because they know say if they go there, they go work, do it, go work against those one where they control the system, where they hold the system captive against Nigeria. Like somebody will sing one song that you say them they bab Nigeria Korean bolo. This one go come bab in wakago. This one go come bab in wakago. So for the content of the bab Nigeria Korean bolo, which hair go remember another person come bab? Which hair go remember made the children where they grow up now? We never know us. We never know how far. Which they go remember they come bab? Everybody they bab in Forget say Nigeria get resources beyond the reasonable doubt, beyond boundaries of our understanding. Yes, he did. But one thing I know, see, you go get time where we say these resources, it be like well now. Even well sometimes they dry. So imagine say we don't think of say we could help this country now make it grow to the level where we say we want to make it grow. How then the children where they come for back when they somebody never even born, we don't even know when they go born them. What did they come meet? And then you where they live like senior man where they run things, where they do things, they you don't reach level wey be say now you suppose to consider who I wan help, who I wan help, but na your house. But sometimes even money wey be say person no fit chop finish for this life, e get am, but you still dey struggle to deny another person the one wey e get. As in, the thing dey tire me sometimes. When I been dey addicted to drugs, sometimes I dey reason some kind things, but even when e come my mind, I no dey fit comot. In the sense that I dey see say this drug dey kill me. Korokoro I dey see am. Just that the scar don go. If not, get one scar wey been dey my forehead here. Na accident na im cause am. Because I been dey high when I dey drive. That day, na just be say God say I go still dey alive. But ordinarily I suppose don die. But after that accident, if you tell me, ordinarily go say this boy no go ever go smoke or drink or take anything go make am look like this again. But I still find myself doing this, repeating the same thing continuously, same thing that is killing me. Wey be say my parents be like say na rope and chain they go use dey drag me comot, they pull me comot from drugs, or my community members wey na rope the one they use drag me comot for drugs. But na me dey follow am like say na mumu I be. Na so programming be. Because I was already programmed to only dwell and live by those drugs, because those drugs na be the only thing wey dey make me feel like a fulfilled man. Now so some of all these systems of human control be. Same leaders what we get, what did they do? They feel like what did they do? They justify. They are doing it and it is okay. It is not pricking them any longer because they have been conditioned to always live in that concept of reality they have. But it happened because why? They live among people where they sell the same ideology, where they practice the same ideology. And something where you repeat continuously they repeat, they become part of you. And once you don't become part of it, you don't become addicted. So with the things that only drugs they are addicted to, we are sometimes they are addicted to patterns of life. And when you come big, they are addicted to a wrong pattern of life. Now so that thing will hold you captive. Like person who eat drugs, they kill them, but you see they smoke and they drink them, or they smoke them, or they take them. You get time be say when I leave drugs, time they struggle to leave drugs. You get one particular drug where we say if I don't take them within 1 week, I go sick and I go admit myself for hospital. Now when I don't admit myself for some times, take treatment, take malaria drugs and all of that, I can't get myself. But sometimes if I really don't want to go back, go for treatment, if I just get a drug, small, take, it will make me, it will revive me, I will be like, say everything they okay. Life goes on. And before I know, I will continue with the drugs. I struggle before I was able to leave drugs. That's what the thing to be. When you don't get addicted to a certain life pattern, will be say, no be really what you're supposed to do. But because of say, now information I make you become who you be, and now what you don't get used to, where you become your normal life, to come back to the reality now, you just be like say you no get way, but you get way. Just like if you see persuade on mad for street, either through sickness or through drugs or all of that, we they say like say you don't completely lost, but you know they completely lost. Just that the information when they come to your mind, they beyond incapacity to understand, they beyond incapacity to harmonize, and in go they act unstable. That is why sometimes you will see mad person sometimes will sit down quiet only and the reason. You would ask yourself, this one a madman, but why you can't they quiet today? Why you can't they talk to yourself? They reason, they demonstrate, they do hand. If they pass, it will look you like would they use they're sorry to use this language, would they pour you like would they use among youth. It would look you and say, what is this one? As if they reason you. Now they reason like madman, but now they reason you now how far. Now so you be because you don't get used to that pattern of life. And he thinks that is the only thing he knows at that moment. He cannot think beyond that level that it is, that he is. And his style is completely called a mentally unstable person or an insane person or a madman. I don't go to that level before. Nobody say now something will be say, it don't happen to me. I don't see him. I go there like 1 week. I go there out of my mind completely. I dey see people, I dey act. If you call me, I go come, we go sit down, we go talk. If you call me, we go come, we go sit down, we go gist. But inside the gist, when you dey gist, my mind is somewhere else. But I dey respond to you. It just be like say, God designed human being mind to get the power, the potential to get dual, in the sense that you can be here and be somewhere else. In real factual reality, no be say illusion or but things now. Some things will be so I don't feel break and down to the understanding of people, which is why I decide to write it as a book, which is yet to be published. So the thing we say, addiction not be only drugs or addiction into social vices, like we see the Boko boys, the Fulani herdsmen and all of that. We don't get addicted to that life pattern. We say, even if, sorry to say, we get repentant Boko Haram today for Nigeria, where government they rehabilitate them, which is a good cause. But one thing that has, if you talk your own, if everybody get your own perspective, but based on experience as an addicted person, who was as once an addicted person, there are levels to which you can rehabilitate someone. Because in several occasions, I don't go like 2 rehab before. When I leave the first rehab, now only God say I will still there alive. Because ordinarily, when I come out of that, when I did that rehab, it be like say I did between life and death. Don't say it be like say I did between life and death because of the things where they happen for that place. And I talked to so many people where get similar issues about drugs. And that time, in one kind mindset where I can't get, they be like say, they almost get this way to communicate to people where don't get issue of mental, where don't get mental issue when it comes to drugs. Because some people don't be say, go be like say their stage, we fit communicate to them normally. We don't fit follow them talk normally. But if I approach them, they get that, I understand the ways why they fit talk to them, say they go respond, I go fit communicate to them with civil conversation with them. But now people will be say ordinarily, if you see them, you go be like say you don't fit follow them talk. And that time when I talk to those people, I was able to picture many things. Forget say me might be there among them as person we get issue for we get mental issue, but the matter can't be like say my own case can't be different because Satan I can't get slogan where they call me that time. But I no go talk on today. They call me one particular name that time because of the principal of that place. Now give me the name when I first entered that place. And the name became my name. And I was relating with everybody the way it should be, like a normal life. Even to an extent, I be mentor to some other people for there. Because that thing can't help me understand the conditioning of the mind of a human being beyond the level where I did before as an addict. So now there is possibility. It is possible to rehabilitate a human being, but it is another thing to be able to follow him through and guide him to come out of that completely. Because there are situations we say we rehabilitate person, you come up for rehab, you could go back to the same thing because the psychological attachment, the emotional attachment, and the psychological distraction that has shifted this concept from the reality of cohabiting with men to have a fulfilled life is no longer there. So the only fulfillment when they get now, when they do all those kind of things. So the same thing to person when they do bad thing. Fulfillment when they get now, that way they do not, they keep and fulfill. And this fulfillment, you get different ways of what would they call fulfillment. Fulfillment, if you get fulfilled for wrong thing, what they do. In the sense that if they do it, it don't make sense, so but you feel like say they fulfill. But that don't make sense. Now something they help with something they say, why would they say sorry about the noise at the airport area for departure, so people so I don't want to verse with the background. That's the only place I get to fit talk because now we are the hustle. And at this time I always stay awake. And once I stay awake, I know they get what I want to do, so I just feel like to talk, explain some certain things wey don't happen to me. We they part of what they happen to human conditioning, based on the society we do. Not just the Nigeria itself, it's a global thing. But the thing we say we face with it be our own immediate environment, our own immediate problem. So the thing can't be saying now, what be the solution? If it be say, once you rehabilitate person, you know keep them for where you go guide them, you go examine them, you go observe until you come out fully. Because you cannot just rehabilitate, after rehabilitation, then come push them back to the society. Or push them. It just be like say, person way you rehabilitate, finish, you can't still live and they waka for the environment where the drugs they in circulation. You go still mingle among the people they take up together before. And I want to keep me longer in addiction before I can come eventually get help through God and through research and studies. Can't help me come out clean. If not ordinarily for day, maybe now for rude for the waka now. Parents for the cry, say, my picking be this. Community with the cry, say, this boy used to be like this. So, my picking grow on that also. But today, I am sound and healthy. Thanks God. I do one video sometimes back, some months back. That video I do on a state of a relapsed mind. Relapse in the sense that and get drugs what I supposed to take. But I can't say the thing I don't heal completely, so I decided not to take the drugs. So within the period of that relapse, I can't go online on live broadcast, live Facebook live. Unknowingly, not that I knew what I was doing. I know what I was doing subconsciously, but in reality, I didn't know what I was doing. So when get people go receive that video, that period will go look. Get people say now they need to pick my number, they need to pick my phone call again. Like I get one particular friend where I get very close friend. She need to pick my phone call because she say I don't know what she think for her mind because that day I sent her some WhatsApp videos at the wrong hour because now Sunday early morning that thing start. So and get one contract where be the pursue. Somebody give me a handle a social media page. So as I handle the social media page, within the first week of handling the social media page, the social media I get almost 5,000 followers within the first week, which was a very good move, which was a very good result. So I was hoping to be paid, which I told the lady that I was going to help her get connected to the person who owns the business because it's a restaurant because it's a restaurant and she studied food technology. I said I was going to help talk to the woman since it's a new open restaurant that is still growing. So I will talk to her so that she can possibly maybe seek employment from the woman. So they do road work in the morning. I can't take pictures of the place to send her. But now ungodly hour I send her those pictures and there are some captions for the pictures where we say some captions so I can write under the picture. We possibly make her look like say why would I send that picture for that kind of hour? I don't know. But for some time she need to pick my call, which is not part of the discussion now. But I'm just bringing it. So even the woman say, okay, for example, even the woman when I do the project finish, when I handle the thing finish, she end up set me up with police, just make she no pay me. See human being mind. So now the same mind what we talk about. Me I do work for you finish. Now you approach me, tell me say I make I do this work. We settle, talk everything. We even settle price. Only for you to call me, make I come collect my money. You can't set me up with police. Just because you say I shout for you. And I shout for you not because I plan to shout for you, but time where you promise to pay my money, you can't taunt me. I can't tell you if you don't pay me, I go use the Facebook spoil your account where I create. You can't decide now, say, you go use police set me up. And that is just the normal. And now because I already studied the level of human mind, reach one level. To my lecture, I know they claim authority. To small level, I study based on my past experience. I just take on like normal thing. But I don't act. But parental advice, say make I leave am, make I not take am too serious. Because it don't happen. And that is it. So the thing we say, we have a long way to go as a nation. Nigeria will be the best country where the world never see. But for Nigeria to be the best country, because me I dey see new Nigeria where they come. But just that the Nigerian see the form, it inside Bele. And because the Nigerian way would they expect, they inside Bele. We man we need to walk our belly, our inner belly, which is our inner eye. Because sometimes we say this eye, this physical eye what we get, now be the reality of vision. But not be him, be the main vision what we're supposed to get. The reality of vision what we're supposed to get now the mind. Because the mind get the power to see beyond what our eye see. The mind get the power to see beyond the physical reality what they see. Because the mind they dual. The mind feel extract information beyond the reality of man what they see. The mind feel go beyond. The mind feel travel beyond the metaphysical world. Because we get realms of existence of man. So the mind feel travel beyond the realm we did now to source information, to get information we go help us develop into each individual. But how you want to get those information will be saying no they connected to the right source of guidance, right source of understanding. Because sometimes wrong information is generally circulated in the society because of the person who received the information don't really get proper guidance to understand if the information they good to human consumption or they bad against human consumption. Because when you know say this one they bad against human consumption, you will know how to sell the information. Or you will even disregard the information completely because not all source of information we get are actually meant to grow and develop the human society. Just like there are good causes that were initiated by human beings today. in the past. But along the line, the cause we are thwarted, the cause we are distorted because of a human shortcomings. And if we always live life with the intention of say, yes, we get shortcomings as human beings, that one will guide us also to understand how to live the best way we're supposed to live. But sometimes we feel as if as a human being, we get everything, we don't sabi everything, we get everything figured out. Oh no. Even the best mind sell wrong information. Even the highest authority, when it comes to information, still make mistakes because we are human beings. And that is why today we have wrong information in circulation that are not even helping the society to grow. They are not even helping the community. They are not even helping our immediate environment. Even in some of our homes, we have toxic homes today because of the system of education. The system of education, yes, the system of education and the system of parenting and the system of how our communities are being shaped by different ideologies and informations. We have reinvented ideas that are not good for the human being. Today, if you check the social media space now, the youth population has been divided in the sense that this faction are with this one, this ones are with this one, this ones are with this one. But the question now, we say, we know they even ask, we say, some of all these people, they design some of all these groups. What are their original intention? What is their disguised mindset concerning the information they are selling or the groups they are creating? Because there is no group that has a good interest of the public that would be inciting conflict among the same people that are crying for a better Nigeria. Okay, you are fighting your brother. So if the good Nigerian come, whom are you going to live with in that same Nigeria you are fighting for? Is it not your brother? So if you are fighting him now, when eventually God decides to give you that good Nigeria, how can you live inside? So when you don't know how to appreciate something that is still yet to come by destroying what is already present, how then do you expect the person who wants to give you that great Nigeria or that great futuristic Nigeria dreaming about, how do you expect him to give you that thing when you don't know how to appreciate the one you have? Like what you would always do, you will see every gathering among Nigerian youth today, or even the general public today, now bad is comments about the country. That Nigeria is this, Nigeria cannot become good again. Nigeria is bad, it's finished. But we go they pray for night, say may God help Nigeria. So now you they pray make something good, but you don't really condemn and with your mouth say they bad. So how you want to take, did you want to take good? Just like sometimes Papa will tell Pikin, say this boy an idiot, this boy a mad person. Sorry for using some of the languages, some of those languages. This boy not like this boy not like this. But you go constantly pray to God, say may God help repair, amend the Pikin way be saying don't use the mouth, condemn, finish. So sometimes our words are contradicting what we want. And because of that, some prayers we say will not be answered because we are contradicting ourselves on daily basis. And it's completely like say even the negative voice now complain to pass the positive voice, and then we expect to make it work for us. And then and also again, sometimes we forget that some things are not actually some things where they happen not be ordinary. We just say everything na ordinary, na life, or everything na amusement. But there are certain forces that are controlling the affairs of man, either positive or negative. And when you don't understand the one that is ruling you or controlling you, you end up making life difficult for yourself and other people around you. Because whatever you do that is affecting you negatively today, that is affecting other people negatively today, we eventually turn to affect you also. Because what goes around comes around. And just like we always talk and say, divided we fall. But if we stand together, we will grow. So now that the youth population that is supposed to be making good and useful, selling good and useful ideas, using the social media platform now to help unite the Nigerian youth together so that they can know the direction they are supposed to take. But insightful comments, hateful comments are what is passing through the social media. Not just that, deceitful information that are not even meant for consumption. Now imagine, there are some things where they put, get some kind of things where they post, they will be say, the small children where they grow around us, then they see them. They never saw them before, but because it was COT picking, never even supposed to know. But because of say sometimes you get opportunity to watch social media or to go through social media, you go see some kind of things where picking they come they talk. You can imagine that where this picking get this kind of wrong things when they get practice. But now from the social media, because the social media has no, yes, to an extent it has limitation to certain things you can project. But to an extent, there are some certain things where we say, man, people do the project things where we don't even know where they come from. And because we know the way they come from, they go affect us negatively. We don't know the original source. Because every information, every innovation, or every idea invented, past or present, has its own root source. And the source has intention of what it wants to project or what it wants to achieve. And if that source wants to achieve a negative thing in the society, it will surely achieve it. If it is a positive thing, it will surely achieve it. So that, what are we doing? So my earnest prayer, my earnest counsel, my earnest wish is that we change our mentality. We reprogram our mind from whatever it has been programmed to be. From whatever level it has been programmed, let's try and reprogram, because the mind of a human being is malleable and ductile. That is, you can twist it and change it to become whatever you want it to be, depending on the kind of information you feed the mind. Because out of the abundance of the heart of a human being, the man live from. Now, what you store, or the information they gather, they repeat. You can act on those information subconsciously without even planning to do them, because they have become part of you. Just like I say, we just wake up in the morning. The next way they think of Nasiga, when I've been the smoke, be that. Early morning, sometimes I sleep, I go wake up at night, around 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., just to come outside and smoke. Then to just get the satisfaction that I was deriving then. And now, when I see person they smoke, they be me like, what did this person do? But then I was in that same situation. And funny enough, it is boldly written that smokers are liable to die young. And you sometimes go, okay, forget, okay, for example, what do you talk about a smoking doctor that has studied the body mechanisms, that went to school to study from a certain level to the point of understanding the system of the human body, how it operates, how it works, and has known that there are certain things you take that will affect your body system. And the same person saw the inscription, or he's seen the inscription, smokers are liable to die young, but he still smokes it. I have people who have struggled to stop smoking. Sometimes even went to the extent of seeking herbs, herbal herbs, just for them to stop smoking. One of my senior man I respect, I once went with him to a place where he went to go collect herbal medicine that will help him stop smoking. That was the first day I entered Kenu, somewhere, a village around Masaka. At night, we left Karo around 8 to go to that place that day. We knew where we wanted to go. We know there was no longer time, but we still sat where we were smoking and drinking until it was late. Around 8, we both went to that place. We entered that river that night around 9. And ordinarily, daytime people are afraid of entering scaling a river or crossing a river on a canoe or boat in the afternoon sometimes. But that day we did it at night without even a life jacket. Why? Because all of us then, we are tipsy and intoxicated. We went, God's willing, we went cross paths, we collected what he wanted to collect. They gave him the substance. But the first day he tried that substance, he regretted it because he was coughing blood all through. And that is because addiction is not something that medication can help you stop. When you talk of, okay, stopping it. Medication can control your sense of understanding, your perception at that moment of being addicted to a certain level, that you can no longer perceive things rightly. The drugs will help you. So, but when you talk of herbal drugs or any mystical way of stopping addiction, my brother, his experience made me know that, my experience made me know that it's beyond herbs or beyond just ordinary man saying stop. It's something that you yourself need to understand, that this thing is this. Because sometimes you can have information about something. You can have knowledge about something. When you don't know how to apply the information and the knowledge you have properly, there will not be understanding. So no matter the information you have, if there is no understanding, you will still be living like an animal in the human flesh, affecting yourself and affecting other people. Because drug addicts, the effect does not only affect them primarily as the primary person, but in the secondary aspect, it affects the loved ones around him, even the community and the society in general. Because number one, if you have some potential that are embedded in you that you're supposed to project to the society now will be denied those potentials because you're unable to utilize what you have or act properly for those resources or for those potentials, for those innovative ideas to actually come out from your mind, and which you are denying the society the privilege to benefit from what God has installed or bestowed into you or deposited into you. Also, your family are restless because constant thinking, constant depression, constant high blood pressure from parents, siblings and all of that, then the community general. I lost one most valuable thing, which is a relationship because of drugs. So now he was able to get the herbs, but the herbs almost cost him his life because he wanted to stop smoking. But he still smokes till today. That is what addiction can become. When you don't have a proper, even with the understanding, if you don't have, because one thing I believe that helped me most was that I devoted my time into prayer, because I later understand that information was what was my problem. What even led to the problem initially, because I hated smoking, not even talk of drugs. But when I got to understand that information was my problem, I decided to go on further studies personally to develop myself. And that was most of the thing that helped me, because I remember when parents were talking, people were talking, everybody was concerned. I never pay attention to them. But during the process of study, I was having a reprogramming concept of understanding. Gradually, those information were reshaping me, reprogramming my mind. Gradually, I was beginning to see those drugs as a disease to me. Gradually, I was able to leave drugs completely. And you can also do that as an addict or someone who has been programmed to act or behave wrongly as a human being. You can actually do well to become a better person, because you are a potential that is what you are like. Sometimes they call human being encyclopedia on two legs. That is innovation on two legs. But innovation can be on two legs until you get to the grave. When that person carrying those information or those potentials is unable to discover himself, and that is the society we live in today. And the younger ones are coming into the same society. What do we expect of them? What do you want from them? Who for selling wrong information and ideology, reinvented thoughts to them that are keeping them mentally slaves? Because we might be physically free, but when the mental state of mind is not free, we still are slaves in disguise. So the thing is that, like I say, every mind can be programmed and can be reprogrammed, depending on the source of information or what the intended person selling you the information wish to achieve. So let's work on reshaping and reprogramming ourselves individually. You don't wait for somebody to do it for you. Stand up. And also you who is close to somebody that has been addicted to a certain vice, social vice, or wrong concept of life, you can do as well as draw the person close and then give him a word of guide. A word is something, a word, like they say, is enough for the wise. We can do our best to try to help the general public, because I still believe in the vision of a new Nigeria that is coming so very soon. And because that new Nigeria that is coming, if I see her sometimes for imagination, not just imagination, if I see her for dream, or if I visualize them, it be me like say, but that's why sometimes when they talk of people, they travel out. I know, me personally, forget saying, without exaggeration, I know they get this vibe to think of traveling out of this country. Not that I don't want good life. Not that I know they appreciate good life. I don't know the value of good life. But you get this part of me, because I know if you explain why. I know they get this desire to ever leave Nigeria. And now something they say sometimes I ask myself, why are they reason like that? Why that mind in my body? Is it that I know if you face the outside world? But that is me. And I want to still remember myself till I die. And I will go, even if I will eventually travel to any country, just to maybe go for an assignment and come back. Or go for something that is taking me there and come back. But I did airports, they work for cargo side. I they work with my friend get truck where they buy from. so I dey follow and dey work. But the thing be say I dey see some kind goods wey be say Nigeria will get the resources, but because we no get the facilities to actually produce some of those products or initiate some of these unique products, we dey go outside, dey bring them, and that thing dey always be something wey be say I dey think am, but God dey, na God go help us. I remember his humble self, Francis, if he come here black, and just like I dey always talk, make we share ideas among ourselves as youth so that we go grow ourselves. Make we live the best life we fit live as individual persons, as God will guide us, irrespective of our ethnicity, religion, family background. We are all one Nigeria that is going to welcome a new Nigeria when the time comes soon, by God's grace. Stay tuned.